New Jerusalem, we up next, bro. We up next, bro. I'm an Israelite, yeah, I flex up. Stay the kingdom back, call me klepto. Dance like David on the set up. New Jerusalem, we up next, bro. I'm an Israelite, yeah, I flex up. Stay the kingdom back, call me klepto. Techno, back on my bull like them dogs out in Fresno. Fringes on everything, still dressed retro. Jews in the ghetto, sins can't let go. I'm in a chariot who got some snaps on the petro. Shout out 10 tribes, we don't care about Weto. Egyptologist, nigga, fuck your pharaoh. Believe in JC, this ain't no Christmas carol. This that roll up on your ops with that shotgun barrel. Signs of the times, we ain't talk about arrow. Seek the days of old, no more Roman and Greco. Judah is the bow, and Ephraim is the arrow. Race wars coming, y'all spoke to set arrows.
Yeah, Khan. So Khan, all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Shalom. This is Brother Yasha Allah.
Ariyah.
Khan and Shalom.
Khan, coming back to y'all yet another live through the Spirit, another live lesson through the Spirit. All praises to the Most High again. So and hey, also happy feast of dedication to the 12, man. You know what I'm saying? Happy feast of dedication to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. All praises to the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Shalom to all the mighty brothers on the chat, Don Israel and K5LTA. All praise to the Most High. Hey, so the brother, he knows the song, man. All right.
God.
Yeah, Khan. So hey, all praises to the Most High. All right, but without further ado, all right, we're going to pass it to the brother Ariyah. He's going to be leading the video. He came up with a topic, as you can see, going into linking essentially the times of the Maccabees and the times that we're living in now, and seeing the similarities between the two different times. All right, and showing through the precepts and through current events how these are just like the days of the Maccabees, right? There's very close similarities between the two. All right, so Khan, got it, King.
Khan, Shalom. Yeah, so let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9. Ecclesiastes 1, verse 9. Real quick, somebody give me that.
Khan, I got it for you right quick. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, verse 9. The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun.
And there's no new thing under the sun. So we doing parallels today. The similarities of the Maccabees and the scene of the Maccabees when the Greeks just basically ruled the world, the whole entire earth. And we're going to touch on that real quick because we are revisiting the time of the Maccabees, and we're looking at some of the characteristics of how they was moving and how the Greeks was moving, and how our people who was converted to Greek mythology and to Greek culture and Greek custom. We're going to look and dive into that, right? Because we got to understand there's a reason why our people was turned into Greeks and Gentiles when the scripture says, give me a Galatians chapter was it 2? Shalagi, Galatians chapter 3:28. Real quick. Because we dealing with Hellenist Jews, and then you have other ones that got converted fully into Greek. They wasn't even in the religion of Hellenists, right? So real quick, yeah, pull that out. Yep.
It's the book of Galatians, chapter 3, and verse 28. There is neither Jew nor Greek. There is neither bond nor free. There is neither male nor female. For ye are all one in Christ Jesus.
Right. We are all one in the Lord. And that's clearly shown. There's only two ethnic groups that he speak of, and all the rest is just positions and gender. Bond and free, male and female. So who are these two ethnic groups? These are all Jews, are Israelites. All right. And see, but we won't know that unless we go into the Maccabees because that's where the warfare started at. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to show similarities of the last days of the elect, and how the Maccabees and our people in these last days, we're gonna mirror our forefathers, man. We're gonna do what our forefathers did. We're gonna practice the righteous acts of what our forefathers did. Huh? All right, so yeah, so all right, so we can go straight to it. Let's get First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 9, and then we can go. If anybody got precepts to bring that out and show some parallels to that, and we can go forth then.
Okay. It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 9. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves.
Right.
So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth.
Right, and that's something we can parallel to the T right now. Evils increase. Now we got to understand something. This is the first white society that came into power, because before them you had the Persians, you had the Medes, you had Babylon, you had Egypt. These are all so-called black races, and then white superiority came through Alexander the Great. So what we see here, it says, and evils were multiplied on the earth. Now we can see that today. Literally, we can see that today. We can mirror that from back then, and we can see that today when the so-called white man who was in power today, who has taken the power seat, is evils increasing all over the world. Evils are increasing all over the world based off those who are in power. Right? Give me Proverbs 29, verse 12. Proverbs 29, verse 12. And Yasharala, you can pull out that article about the LGB Greeks.
All right. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 29, and verse 12. If a ruler hearken to lies,
If a what?
If a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked.
Right. So if a ruler hearkens to lies, now who is the ruler of today? You got many rulers. You got the bankers who are. It's kind of a pyramid chain, man. You got the bankers, you got the government officials, you got presidents. These are the rulers. So whatever their mind is, that's how the world is going to be. So as the Greeks was, so are we in society of today, because those same people who were Edomites. Give me Job chapter 9:24 real quick. Who were Edomites back then? Hey, they still ruling today. These are Edomites from the Greeks to the Romans to now to the Americans. So we're gonna read this article because it says whatever the ruler is, the servant's gonna be wicked. If the rulers think wicked and evil, the servant's gonna be wicked, and those servants is the whole world society, man, and world and governments and different leaders that's gonna teach what came from above. What kind the people that's the powers above them, they're gonna bring that information and give it to the people. And this is how the world runs itself, right? This is how the Edomites and the Gentile world runs itself, based off whoever's in power. Society will follow. The masses will follow based off those who are in power. So we just read in Maccabees chapter 1 verse 9 that because of these specific people that came into power, the whole world became evil. Evil multiplied based off those who were in power at that time. And those who are in power are still the same bloodline descendants of today. Right? Hey, some of them even got Alexander statues in their houses, man. I even seen Putin. He had an Alexander statue. All right, Jacob Rothschild, he had a picture of Alexander. over his house or in his house, right? I know the White House got Alex. These men, even even the Statue of Liberty is literally is the face is literally Alexander the Great. If you really look at him, so why? Because he's the one that he's the one that got them in the power and status to be on the power seat, man. That's why we kind of dealing with them today. All right, so we can go ahead and get.
Yeah, I had a quick point too.
Yeah, make points, bro.
Yeah, so when you go back to that in First Maccabees 1 in verse 9, it says, "And evils were multiplied in the earth." So normally, when you multiply a number by another number, except if it's zero or one, that number, right, is going to be what? It's going to be greater in value, right?
Right.
So if you multiply 5, let's say the wickedness at this time in the earth was at a level 5. Well, if evil is multiplied in the earth, let's say 5 times 5, that would be 25. Now it's at level 25. And so if you keep multiplying 5 to that same number, 25 times 5, whatever that number is, it's going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's what's going on. That's what happened ever since that time in which these not the 4 heads, but the 4 rulers, right, kind of sprung up. You know what I'm saying? And that rose and took the Hellenistic kingdom and divided it into different parts. All right, as it says in the book of Daniel. So, but brothers got it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like the wickedness doubled up from that time on down to now. Like the Akim is saying, it multiplied. Right. So we're looking at the beginning of the man of sin increasing the sins upon the earth up until now. We see the same. There's no we are literally living in the time of the Maccabees and not even realizing it. And so we're gonna expound upon how much we mirror the Maccabees days, and this is why we should celebrate our ancient forefathers, because at the end of the day, that same spirit is here today. Why? We just read it. Nothing new under the sun. All right, so go ahead and read that, because we just read it in Proverbs 29:12 that the ruler. So like, you read that one more time, Shalimar, real quick, and then Yashwali, you can read that. We living in the time of the Greeks, of the Romans, and the changing of the guards is not yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. These people are still ruling. They still got the same philosophies. They still uplift Alexander the Great because they know it's because of him that they in power. It's because of him. All these wicked philosophies we see today dealing with homosexuality and so on and so forth, which we about to show, you know, is because the beginning of that prophecy that Daniel saw are the dream that Nebuchadnezzar seen with the statue. All right, you had the Babylon, you had Babylon, Persian enemies, and then the Greeks. See, that was the changing of the guards when the Greeks came in, because now it was a white superiority complex now in this earth. The will of the world changes to the mind of those who run it, to those who are in power, man. Right? So the will of the world changes. So all the mindset of people have changed based upon those that rule the earth. Now they thinking like this. Now they thinking like the man who's in power. They want his benefits. They want his way of life. His way of life is better than their forefathers. And we're gonna get on and kind of touch on all that, Lord willing, through the Spirit. So go ahead and read that out.
So it's from a global historical survey. Applied sentience.com. Civilization, homosexuality in ancient Greece and the Hellenistic Renaissance. 385 BC, Plato's Symposium is published. Plato argues that love between males is the highest form of love.
Is the what?
Plato argues that love between males is the highest form of love, and that sex with women is lustful and only for means of
Madness.
reproduction. Right? Yeah, that's crazy.
Madness,
Only
right?
madness. Right? Madness.
Is that
Only
it?
with men
Yeah.
can the Greek male reach their full intellectual Salakia potential. Sexual intimacy was very common between older mentors and younger students.
Yeah, and mentors, that was actually a very perverted word that was dealing with that, dealing with men and young men and older men having sexual relations. They were called mentors. That's where they get the term mentor. A lot of these English terms we use, you go back in that time, it was a different vibration. It meant something different. Mentor literally meant that you being a damn pedophile, man. You know, so we see that the Greeks who ruled at that time, this is their philosophy, this was their mind. So that's going to trickle down to all those of society, man. And we see that today with our people in in these different spaces. They got something my sister was telling me not too long ago. It's called gay for pay. It's an agenda called gay for pay. And people are literally, our people, specifically Judites and Northern Kingdom, they're getting paid to act like they're gay. Like they'll get money. There's benefits on being gay. Like the video, that the recent video we pulled out where the two homosexual brothers try to get at the men of the Lord. It's something that they kept saying, that I kind of pointed out, was their whole argument was what they have, how much money they got, how much opportunity they got. Because this is the philosophy of the Greeks, man. You know, reach your high potential with another man. So
Yeah,
a lot of
that's
Jakes
crazy.
out here is flipping backwards based off money and the ways of the so-called white man. All right.
Mhm.
If y'all got anything, yeah.
Yeah. So Lucky, I just had a quick point on what you were saying. So this is exactly what the brother is trying to say, and there's actually a word for it. It's called Hellenization, man. Right?
Come,
That term Hellen is even in the Greek New Testament. You know what
come,
I'm saying? So you can find that word there in Hellen used for Greek or Grecian, you know what I'm saying? Greece. It's the word Hellenistus or Helen, depending on the strong G, but the coordinates, Salakia. But I'm gonna just read this just short little paragraph. It says Hellenization, also spelled Hellenization or Hellenism, is the adoption of Greek culture, religion, language, and identity by non-Greeks,
right.
right? It says in the ancient period, colonization often led to the Hellenization of indigenous peoples, right? So it says what in the Hellenistic period, many of the territories which were conquered by Alexander the Great were Hellenized. Oh, Salakia, were Hellenized under the Eastern Roman Byzantine Empire. Much of its territory Hellenized. So Alexander the Great conquered the known world in 12 years, from the start of his conquest at age 20 all the way to the age 32. So what happened is he got to Israel too. He got to the so-called Levant, right? He got to our area. He conquered us as well. So if the territories that were conquered by Alexander the Great and also his successors, the forehead or Salakia, not the foreheads, but the four Hellenistic kingdoms, guess what? They were essentially making these territories that they conquered to be Hellenized, right? To adopt that Hellenistic, type of mindset, right? As a brother is saying. So
Come,
as a brother is saying is, at this time during the Maccabees, Greece is essentially the world power, is a world power. So a lot of these kingdoms that they conquered is assimilating into that Greek culture. Now they're speaking Greek. Now they're starting to wear what the Greeks wear. Now they're starting to call themselves after Greeks. Now they're trying to call themselves Greeks now.
Right.
So, but yeah, Khan, you got it.
Yeah, con. And that's facts because they, based off who was ever in power. You know what I'm saying? Based off whoever was in power, and we know that the Greeks were in power in that time. Do you got that Job 9:24?
Yeah, I put it up.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, so this I we are doing parallels today, man. All right, we're paralleling the old with the new of today, man. So we can understand that our people, what the whatever our people seen at that time, we are literally looking at it today. Because there's nothing new under the sun. All right. Yeah, you can pull that out real quick.
Con. It's the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Right. Who is he? Who is the wicked then? Those that cover the faces of the judges. And we know that the judges were the prophets, was Yahweh Shai. All right, the angels, they covered them up during the Renaissance at this time. Well, guess what? In the book of Maccabees, they was doing the same thing, right? Let's pull that out real quick. I believe it's 3. Yeah, first Maccabees chapter 3, verse 47. And it says, Then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and ripped their clothes and laid open the book of the law wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images. Right. So we looking at the same vibration, the same way the heathens did it back then, and they did it during the Renaissance in the 1400s. All right. Renaissance means to rebirth, right? Because they rebirthed back into power. And now we looking at the beast moving throughout the earth, you know, uh, speaking like a lamb, right? Which is in the
Mm-hmm.
book of Revelations, right? So that's exactly what they're doing. So we can move on to that because main point. Oh yeah, Isaiah 24 as well. You can read that one. And that's this dealing with the last days, how those that's in power, those that's in power is literally destroying the earth, man. Why? Because evil is multiplying through them and it's trickling on down to the people. As was Revelations 14. Let me pull that out real quick. All right, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 8. And it reads, And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is falling, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Right. So all nations drunk the same philosophies that the people that's in power gave them. They force fed them literally. And we're gonna prove that in first Maccabees 1:41, where Antiochus converted all the world to follow his religion, right? So everybody has drunk the philosophies, the politics, and the religion, which is Christianity. Everybody has followed the same ways, right? And now they think like them. They got the same pride as them, right? And they get the bucking up when they hear the truth because it just don't sound fair to nobody. All right, so we can move on to that unless you. Oh yeah, Salaki. What was that? I think it's Isaiah. Yeah, Isaiah 24. Real quick.
God, I got a precept afterwards.
You can pull it out.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5. It says, Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Right? So, this is Esau's, motto of living. You know what I'm saying? This is why you see other nations of people come into this country, and they completely amalgamate themselves into this system, into the society, into how people dress over here, wearing the fitted caps. You know what I'm saying? You see Ham over here wearing the fitted caps and trying to get down and blend in with Judah. You see Moab, you know what I'm saying, with the tattoos now, and the so-called American gang cultures out here.
Yep.
You see them also with the fitted caps and the dress style. You see the Ishmaelite women as well. You know what I'm saying? They taking off the hijabs now, the Habibis and whatever you call them. You know what I'm saying? And now they are, dressing in, leggings and, completely abandoning, covering themselves.
That cover,
So
yeah.
Saw heaps unto himself, all manner of people. You know what I'm saying? And he's been doing that from the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? And we see that on a higher scale now here in America, right? But you got it, King.
Yeah, Con. And that's actually facts, because if you go back into the early 80s and the 90s, when most people that was from different countries, they'll come here, they still had their attire on of their culture. They still was around their people, they still have respect. The women, they hardly talk. The men, it was still in order with their men and their elders. You know, you don't see that no more. These people have fully integrated and assimilated into the way and culture of the American way, so to speak. And
Con,
so,
and that's
yeah,
them being drunk. That's the key
drunk.
thing.
That's
That is
drunk.
being
Yeah,
drunk. You following
drunk.
the American lifestyle, that's you being drunk.
Right, right, right. And so let's read that last scripture, and then we can move from there.
Con, what was that again?
I was Isaiah 24, 5 on down.
Con. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, and verse 5. And it says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
And ultimately, that's what's going to happen. The few men left, meaning those that's going to survive out of the nuclear wars that's going to happen, out of the great tribulation of Jacob, and those things, it's going to escalate up until that point. This is why the Edomites even know that there's the catastrophic events, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to set up an orchestrated apocalypse that eventually is going to lead into a real one, because the Mossad is going to throw them off their power seat, man. And we literally see that right now, because um in that same scripture, what was that, 24? Oh yeah, like I was saying, that's why they got that doomsday clock. It's Esau knowing a little stuff that he's trying to hide his hand in trying to direct uh where this thing is going to go. But hey, you can't stop what the Most High has already planned before the world was even created, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? All right, so I would just want to touch on that real quick. Oh yeah, read 5 again.
Salaki. Verse 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof,
Under,
because
right there, the earth is defiled under. That means who is in rulership? Those that's under rulers, those that's in power. He says the earth is defiled under these people, man. Give me Psalms chapter 11 real quick. and I think it's Salaki, Psalms 12. You can start at 7 and 8.
Khan. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 12, verse 7.
Oh, verse
Thou
8.
shalt, just verse 8?
Yeah.
Okay. Verse 8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted.
The what?
The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted.
Right now, who is the vilest man? So whoever the vilest man is, he's in power, and because of that, wickedness you basically free to do wickedness. Right? You basically free to do wickedness. We're gonna show that in the Maccabees real quick, but there's one more scripture before we move further. Job 30. Because we want to know who the vilest man. He says, when the vilest man is exalted,
Okay.
you know, the wickedness runs free. Give me Job real quick.
Oh.
And Salakia,
Yeah.
just a quick point. And what does vile mean? You know what I'm saying? Because it says the vilest men are exalted. Some brothers, sisters may not know what vile means, right? Because that's an ancient, it's like a more ancient word, Salakia, more older word. So vile means from this dictionary is extremely unpleasant, right? So synonyms will be foul. Damn, that's a lot. Foul, nasty, unpleasant, bad,
Heinous.
disagreeable. So what?
I said heinous. Look at that one. Abhorrent.
Yeah, abhorrent.
Abhorrent.
So look, that goes back to that Deuteronomy 23 and 7 that people like to bring out a lot of times.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right.
There you go.
Abhorrent, vow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heinous, dishonorable, man. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
Just so this and diabolical. That's a good one. So who
diabolical? I like that.
diabolical. So who fits this description as an extremely unpleasant man walking the earth? He's nasty, he's foul, he's just sickening, right? He's ugly and every his spirit is ugly, his outward is ugly, he's sinful, corrupt, diabolical, reprobate. I mean, who is this describing? Right. A morally bad, wicked, right? Or of little worth or value. What value does Esau bring to the planet besides being the wicked in the earth? What value does he bring? What good does he bring to the earth? Right? You see that? So, but we know who in the spirit with Psalms 12 and 8, the people that it's talking about. It's talking about the people that we're talking about right now, right? The Greeks, which will be what? The Edomites. But Khan, you got it.
Khan, that's on point. Yeah, Khan, read that Job 30 and verse 8. Because this is literally talking about the history and the origins of Esau Edom.
Yeah.
All right. The origin of Esau Edom, but he also shows you who's the vow of the earth. Because we just read the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. You gotta think about it. You had certain people in high official places or spaces that literally was pushing evil, man. Like people like the Epstein Island. When that start to come out, all that information start coming out, man, they said that the FBI and the CIA was a part of that. All these different celebrities, all these different politicians. We don't know what went on. We don't know what went on in Epstein Island for all those years up until the time he got arrested. Disneyland as well, Pizzagate. Like the Bible just said, when the vilest man is exalted, the wicked walk on every side, man. There's no restraint. Who's going to police? You got the police of the world who is the wicked. That's madness, man. So literally they can do whatever they want. And then when people that they don't like, step on the bottle or jaywalk, they get a life sentence. When they're doing the wickedest of the wickedness. But go ahead,
Khan, this is the book of Job, chapter 30 and verse 8. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth.
They were what?
They were viler than
Than
the
the
earth.
earth.
Children of base men. These are the lowest people on the earth, man. All right, you got the Egyptians that's above the Edomites. All right, Mizraim. You got the Moabites that's above the Edomites. You got all these different 18 table nations who are literally above the Edomites. Why? Because they're the base men, and we are on the top of everybody. But look at how Esau did everything though. And this is also according to prophecy, because the scripture says when it talks about Esau is the end of the world, Jacob is the beginning that follows. It literally tells the time when Esau and Jacob was coming out of the womb. Jacob held the heel of Esau. What does that mean on a prophetic level? That means Jacob will be on the bottom of the bottom at the heel of Esau's society. And we are literally being that right now. And we gripping this man's feet, waiting for the changing of the guards, man. All right, so we can move on to that. Unless everybody got any points.
Yeah, Khan, just one precept on that, man, in the NLT. All right. In the good New Living Translation, right? Thus, but Psalms 108, verse 9. It says, "But Moab, my wash basin," which the brother mentioned Moab, right? It says, "will become my servant, and I will wipe my feet." It says, "I will wipe my feet on Edom and shout in triumph over Philistia." So Edom, I mean, you're going to get feet wiped upon you, man.
God.
Right?
Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, Yahweh shots.
I was just reading Joshua, I think it's 10:24, where he told some of his warrior men to put their feet on the neck of the kings.
See that?
I'm like, man, that's mighty, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so but Khan, we can move on. Because we just, like I said, we just bridging the Maccabees time with our time, because it's the same people that's in power, man. Same spirit, different day. These are all the same spirits today that was at that time. All right, so let's move on to 11. First Maccabees chapter 11, real quick.
1 and 11.
Yep.
All right.
God, I got it. It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, and verse 11. And it reads, "In those days went there out of Israel wicked men."
Wicked who?
Wicked men. Who persuaded many, saying, "Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow."
John. And this is very important. This little point right here is very important, because this is the time of the Greeks. This is where this is the origin. This is the beginning origins of the Greek order, the Black Freemasons. This is literally the beginning of that. This is where our people, wicked men, came out of Israel and want to turn themselves into Greek mythology and Greek culture, right? This is where you get these fraternities at, right? I want to pull a video out. Do you got that video out, Yashua?
Yeah, con.
Yeah, because we're gonna really touch on this. Very important, because it's almost like a revolution with our people being converted into this Greek way, into this these different Greek fraternity groups. They got pride. They got some serious pride to them, man. And so this is everything we seeing today. All right. Hey, I was literally driving yesterday, and in front of me it was a guy. I think it was either a Lexus. I think he was in a Lexus, and behind his car on his hood, no, I actually on the trunk of his car, he had a Freemasonic symbol with the shrine and all. I said, look at this dude, man. So we surrounded by our people, are gatekeeping people. These are black gatekeepers. All right, black Freemasons. This is real, and these people are under the Greek order. Where did that come from? 111. So we're gonna show a few videos on that, because now this is how they campaign. They campaign through the colleges, right? They get our people into college, get them in that college spirit, and then they draw them to a fraternity, then they do little embarrassment, embarrassment. What's that word I'm looking for?
Rituals.
Rituals, Salaki. Embarrassment rituals. Hey man, that even the time when Will Smith went up and slapped Chris Rock, that was a humiliation ritual, man. So all these cats, these are rituals, man. Make you look stupid, and you gotta think about it. Will Smith was about to he got a Grammy over being an actual male figure in a beautiful movie with what was that movie about? I think it was with the tennis what's the sister's name?
King Richard.
Salaki, King Richard. Yeah, King Richard, man. He get right after he slapped the dude, then he come over there and get a Grammy. Hey, and the sisters, they didn't like that. They're like, man, you made my father look stupid, man. So hey, all through the industries and all through these different systems that Esau set up, our people are being persuaded. As the scriptures just said, they based it on the campaign to persuade our people to do evil and mischief. And this is the top. This is one of the top of them. All right, so go ahead and play that up. Unless you got precept.
No, we can play it.
All right. Can I hear it?
Brothers hear it?
No, I don't hear nothing.
You can't hear it, Shalimar?
Nope.
Oh, okay. So lucky, I know why. Hold on.
Bring it out.
All right. I gotta pull it up from here. Can't pull it up from the.
Yeah, so these are the similarities right here, with our people under these Greek fraternities. Hey, all praises for all my brothers and sisters that's not involved with this. Let me pull one scripture out before you start. This is Isaiah chapter 28, verse 15. Salaki. Or is it 15? Yeah, come on. Verse 15, it says, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scorch shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood we have hid ourselves. Yeah, man. And this is why they come into these Greek fraternities and all that. They think they're safe from judgment, but they're not, man. All right, go ahead.
Greek groups. Greek groups. I don't know.
I don't know what that spirit was, but I was not for it. There were even girls on my line who wanted to get this young lady arrested. And it creates a gang-like animosity. Once I crossed over, it wasn't just, oh, Marie, you know? It was, oh, Marie, the AKA, or Marie, number 12. And you kind of lose your identity, and AKA just takes over.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Now look at these homosexuals, man. This is another. They pushing homosexuality through these Greek fraternities, man. You know, this is what the brotherhood includes, homosexualism. And that's why a lot of our brothers is deep in, they got that feminine, that's walk with that spirit, that's that feminine spirit. Hey, give me that Maccabees where the Bible says that there was the manliness of Judah.
Yeah.
The manliness, man. We need to be man. Masculinity matters in these last days, because especially today, because we're losing a lot of brothers off of homosexuality based off benefits, based off loving the oppressor so much. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, pull that out. Yeah, look at it. And then they got the symbol of the serpent, you know, and we know who the symbol of the serpent is. Esau, man. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You got it, Doc?
Yeah, con. I got it here. This is First Maccabees 4:35. It says, "Now when Lysias saw his army put to flight, and the manliness of Judas's soldiers, right, and how they were ready either to live or die valiantly, he went into Antiochia and gathered together a company of strangers, and having made his army greater than it was, he purposed to come again into Judea."
Right. And this is the attitude of the elect we're going to touch on a little later if we got time. The attitude of the elect in the last days is similar to the Maccabees, man. The manliness, right? We're reserving and preserving our masculinity in these last days, man. All right. Because a lot of our people being overtaken through Greek mythology, which is homosexuality, as the Akim just read in that article. So go ahead and play that.
Yep.
Not be looking at me as a hater or somebody bitter or someone trying to gain any type of clout. I'm simply here to warn you of this darkness so that you can be free from spiritual.
Stop right there. This is another thing a lot of our sisters also been persuaded on. Give me a First Maccabees chapter 1 and read verse 26. Because our women, they lost their beauty going into these fraternities and dealing with Esau's philosophies. They start losing their beauty, man. Their beauty is being lost based upon their following the devil, man. All right. So you can go ahead and give me that real quick.
You got Shalom?
I don't think you hear it.
Oh, you're not here? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can read it out. First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 26. It says, "So that the princes and elders mourned, the virgins and young men were made feeble, and the beauty of women was changed." Right. The beauty of women was changed, man. See that? And this is why, you know, a lot of our sisters, man, you know, they want to get into all these weird ways of our oppressor, man. And you know, he says the beauty of our women changed because of it, man. Right? They're no longer the virgin daughters of Zion. We ain't talking about the elect sisters or the sisters that's in the truth. We talking about the sisters that's involving themselves in this Greek way, in this Roman way. All right. So go ahead. You can finish that.
Yeah, Khan, that's right.
Have been ever caught up in this whole trap of a system or have known anybody who's fallen victim to it. A real friend tells you the truth, man, even if it hurts. And I've learned throughout my life that everybody don't like taking that medicine, man. The first line in the Delta hymn song at every chapter meeting states, Delta, with glowing hearts, we praise thee.
We what?
So
You can stop right there.
in Delta.
You can stop right there. Yeah. Hey, we praise thee. That's worshiping the Greeks, man. That's worshiping Zeus. That's worshiping Jupiter. Look at that. Delta with glory hearts, with glowing hearts, we praise thee. Hey, read that first Maccabees 1:11 again, man. Pull that out, man. All right, we dealing with our wicked people of today.
This is First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
Khan and Salaki, Yasharala, pull out that article. All right, unless you got something.
Nah, it's just well, yeah, Salaki. It's it's just madness with the essentially with the Greek sorority, but Khan, yeah, you wanted me to pull some out?
Yeah, pull out that article, the hell and Hellenism, but just the copy. But you can state where you got it from. But the one I gave you that copy of, yeah, you can pull that out and show some similarities.
Oh, the hell and Hellenism. Okay, Khan,
Yeah.
got you.
But also, these are all the Greek fraternities that they do have. It's Prince Hall, Freemasonry, the Black Shrines, the Divine Nine. That's all the women. The Divine Nine is for the women. Like what's the vice president's name? Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
She basically she was on, she was speaking one day. She was like, I want to give a shout out to the Divine Nine. I was like, man, these devils, man, we surrounded by devils, man. Wicked men who came out of Israel, man, to persuade Israel. All
It's
right.
the paragraph right here.
Okay, yeah, bring that up.
Khan, so this is article called from jewishhistory.org. So it's valid. All right. We bring Jewish history to life. So the article is called The Hell and Hellenism. So so this is this paragraph right here. So like I'm trying to zoom in, but
And it's valid because they say Jewish.
Yeah, Jewish.
The ish people. Hey, brothers should be mad because these people have stolen your story, man.
Yeah.
When they was the ones that was fighting your ancestors.
Yep. Oh, that's right. Yeah, and so it says some were no doubt simply ignorant of Jewish life and tradition. Some others, Salakia, however, became vicious self-haters.
Self what?
Self-haters.
Right? And we got that amongst our people today, man. Vicious self-haters. Right? They hate their hair, they hate how they look, they hate their own people. Right? Why? Because they've been indoctrinated and drunk with the wine of America, with the wine of the West, the wicked witch of the West.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yep. The Greeks found many willing collaborators among the Jews in their attempt to eradicate Judaism and install the more enlightened pagan culture of theirs in Israel.
Right. And we see that with Christianity, which we're going to touch on pretty soon. Go ahead.
These Hellenist Jews hated their brethren and openly sided with the enemies of Israel who attempted to destroy the Jewish nation and faith.
So they literally hated the Maccabees for putting in work on their enemies, man. Do we not see that today? All our brothers that's on the highways and byways shaking their hand, we got more pushback from our own people than anybody else. You can't make this stuff up, man. Right? So this is literally the parallel of our righteous forefathers and our wicked forefathers as well with today. All right, keep going.
They hated themselves for being Jewish and resorted to things like painful cosmetic surgery, not only to blend in better with the Greeks, but as a sign of defiance in their attempt to remove any trace of being Jewish from their bodies.
So these people start getting surgery at the time of the Greeks. Give me Proverbs chapter 3:31, and then Yasharallah, Shalimar, you can read that up. But Yasharallah, you can pull out that picture with the bleaching of the skin if you got it.
Yeah.
There was literally at that time having surgeries, doing anything to blend in with these damn Greeks, man. Do we not see that today? Same thing. All right, go ahead.
Con, this is Proverbs chapter 3 in verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
It's the reason why the Lord's saying this. The Lord just don't put things in the scriptures for nothing. He precede whatever we about to go through. You know, that's why the scripture says he declares the end from the beginning. While the Lord was creating the whole earth, he already seen the ins and outs of what the last days is going to include, of what the days of Maccabees was going to include. All right, so yeah, you can put that picture out because we're going to show you what it looked like back then and now, how our people was getting surgery back then. They are still doing it now. They getting the BBLs. They're bleaching their skin. They're doing everything, and this is the Lord literally showing us what it was back then. They probably wasn't doing no BBLs, but who knows? But hey, they was getting surgeries, man. They was literally getting surgeries to make themselves look good.
Yeah.
All right. According to white standard. There you go. Here we go right here. Now look at these pictures, man.
Oh yeah.
Our people hate themselves, man. Like that article back then, it says that they hated themselves and their brethren, and they sought to do surgery, very painful surgery, in order to blend in. Because that's all you're gonna do. You're just gonna blend in. You're not gonna get other benefits. You're not gonna get nothing. You're just gonna blend in like a wicked Jake. That's it.
Yeah.
Blow that. Yeah.
It's lucky, and then they blend in to getting like certain things, like we see the Sammy Sosas of the world, who I'm sure he gets accepted at certain tables just because I think he's married to a Hispanic woman. She might be a white Hispanic woman, but nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? He didn't made himself look completely different, Sammy Sosa. But
he don't look right. He don't look right at all.
Completely different.
Look at this dude. He's like a vampire.
Yeah.
Look at this guy, man. Looking from, and you can see the different. I like this one. Go to this one right here, because you can see the different shades. This is evolution. This is what they believe in. This is Darwinism right here at its finest. Right. Hey, matter of fact, on that movie they cloned Tyrone, right at the end, they had three men of different shades, man. And it was Tyrone. Tyrone had 3 different shades of him being evolved into a so-called white man.
Right.
So that's hey man, we live in this, man.
Yeah, that was a part of that movie. They had the whole goal was to have black people with European features. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That was still living in the ghettos and all that. But nonetheless, I got this precept right quick. This is
Yeah.
Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 30. And when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do? Though thou clothest thyself with crimson, though thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold, though thou rentest thy face with painting, in
Mm,
vain shalt thou make thyself fair. Thy lovers will despise thee. They will seek thy life. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? So that's exactly what's going on right here. Our people are painting their faces. And and at the end all be all, Esau hates you. He secretly despises you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He said it, like that last part, it said that they will seek thy life. You know what I'm saying? Because he really wants your position as being the chosen. He really wants all of the natural gifts and talents that the Most High gave you. You know what I'm saying? And even then, we see Esau trying to, assume the position of a Eve or Jake. You know what I'm saying? This is why you see a lot of Edomite women who are getting the BBLs done as well. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because naturally Eve, not every Eve, but naturally Eve was known for having, you know what I'm saying? Like, for lack of a better term, a dump truck. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Or her
Yeah.
Eve is natural. She's known to have the natural lips. Now you see all these, heathen women trying to get, what do they call it? Collagen or whatever, lip injections, so on and so forth. But
Right.
nonetheless, Esau secretly despises our people. That's why you see, like right here in the picture with Kim Kardashian, she got the so-called this box braids or whatever, but I think she called it the Bo Derek braids, which was Bo Derek was, I think, a supermodel back in the 80s or something, and she had some braids back in the days, and Esau tried to say, oh, she was the one that created the hairstyle of wearing braids. You know what I'm saying? So
Uh,
I think that's the image right there, that black and white image, where she has some braids. They try to say, oh, it came from her. You know
Oh
what I'm
man.
saying? So
And that's they constantly doing they constantly renaissance in us, man.
yeah.
They constantly going and doing the renaissance every other a few generations, panning over or using some of our people and turning them into the so-called white woman or white man.
Mhm.
So they've been doing this. They've been doing this. There's nothing new under the sun, as we read. But I want to touch on what you were saying about how Esau has a secret hatred and jealousy over Jake, over the children of Jake. That's the northern kingdom and southern kingdom, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and the native Indians. All right, look at this. This is Genesis 27, verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, so whatever this is what he vowed in his heart. So his children are going to think the same thing throughout generations. They're going to feel the same way that Esau, the progenitor of the Edomites, felt. They all going to feel the same way, right? It says, and Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. You go right there. So ultimately, regardless, you're gonna always hate. You can literally be a full-fledged white man and get the surgery, all that, look like a good Dylan. And guess what? He knows that it's still a Jake in there, man. He knows your spirit, because at the end of the day, we spiritual people, man. You know?
mhm.
That's right. All
Yeah,
right, so Con, if
yeah.
anybody got any other precepts, you can pull it out. All right, we're gonna move on.
Um, yeah, no, I didn't have anything on that for the spirit.
Okay, Con.
Uh,
All right,
move on to the read.
go to let's read 14.
Yeah,
So first Maccabees chapter 114. Madness.
Come on.
Man,
And
this
Yasharala, you can bring that gymnasium. Definition. Yeah.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, and verse number 14. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen. Place of exercise.
A place of exercise, right? Now we kind of did a little research on the place of exercise. See if Akim
Yeah, Con.
find
Hey,
that.
I send a video to you on IG. Well,
Yeah.
what last video? You seen that one?
yes,
Yeah, because
seen
what this what we dealing with in these last days. We dealing with the God of exercise, the God of Olympia, right? These hey man, everybody, the new club, the new social house is the gym now. All right.
Yeah.
Everybody over, and most of them ain't even working out. They just sitting there, they on their phone, half naked. All right, we this is this is the Greek Olympia gymnasium, man. And everybody, I mean, everybody, I go there because I gotta go. I have to go. I go every day. At least I try to. And it's getting harder every day as I go in there. It's getting more crowded. You know, you got damn women on weights and they trying to push them, you know, they trying to pump iron, and it just looks it's totally Greek, man. Totally Greek. You know, what's that movie, Amazon, where you had nothing but a whole bunch of women, Wonder Woman. Her shit, her place,
Yeah.
her dwelling place was a damn island called Amazon, where there was nothing but women that was just absolutely masculine, man. And that's what you see in the gym today. You see a bunch of Wonder Woman, Amazon Wonder Women, you know, on the on the weights, pumping on. Hey, give me that scripture. The woman shall exceed the man. I think it's was it Jeremiah?
I got you. It's Jeremiah chapter 31
Yeah.
and verse 22. And it says,
I got
how
that.
long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the
God.
Lord hath created a new thing in the earth.
A new thing. So there's a new thing that was coming on the earth. Let's see what this new thing is.
A woman shall compass a man.
God. A woman shall compass a man. And yeah, you clearly see that in the gym, man. I seen one of the saddest things in the gym. It was a brother. He couldn't lift the weight, and a woman went up there and grabbed the weight for him. I said, "Man, look at this, man. I got it. I got it." Hey, man. And we are through out here, man. And the brother was super soft too. He's like, "I can't get it." And she like, "Oh, I got it. Don't trip." You know what I'm saying? This is what we dealing with. Read that again.
Con. Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
A woman shall compare. And he says, backsliding daughters. You know, because you got a lot of E's over there doing butt squats. You know, with heavy, strong legs like horses, and expect to get a man. You know, this is what we're dealing with. So when we just read in First Maccabees chapter 114, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, right? This is the Holy Land that they was building exercises on, and we're going to show you what the exercise meant. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, Khan. This is First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 14 in the USCCB right version. It says, thereupon they built a gymnasium in Jerusalem according to the Gentile custom.
Right. A gymnasium, man.
Yeah, gymnasium.
A gymnasium, a gym spirit. Right. You see that today, man. All our people, you got Jakes in there, you got damn Esau in there. You know, and Esau loves this place. There you go, bring that out. You know what I'm saying?
This is the video the brother sent me. So
Hold up at the gym. Y'all been talking crazy, taking y'all little funky ass vitamins. That shit ain't doing a motherfucking thing. These two people finna body slam your ass. What's
Hey, hold on, press pause. God. Hey, look, I mean, look how like I'm trying to figure out let's imagine going up to this woman like this, trying to holler. You know, and anything else after that. Like I can't see myself going to the movies with her. Hey, can you pass the popcorn and them big ass arms? You know, cross me to get to the popcorn. I can't say, like, look at that, man.
She kind of elbow you in the chest. Bow. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad. Hey, who want a woman like that, man? Who want a woman like that, man? This is the time of the Greeks, man.
Yeah.
You know, read that again, Doc.
Con. Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
A woman shall compass a man. That's clearly compass. Hey, she can compass a few brothers. That's for sure. On pull-ups, on dips, you know. Oh yeah, you go ahead and play that.
yeah, but see, the thing is too, she's on a heavy cycle of, as a brother said in the chat, trend test. She's probably taking D-ball. She's probably taking, Anavar. She's probably taking it all, man. She's a whole pharmacy walking, a living pharmacy, man. That's what she is.
Pharmaceutical, right? But hey, give me the definition for witchcraft in the Greek.
Oh yeah, pharmacy in the Greek.
Yeah, pull that out real quick, and then we go back to that video.
Pharmacy in the Greek, man. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, because like the Akim is saying, she's just a walking pharmacy. She got all that in her, man. She got all these different pills in her, and like that means. And I think that was a Issachar, right? Huh? That was Northern Kingdom for sure, huh?
No, I think that kind of looked like Ishmael or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well,
it could be Slocky. Could be.
Yeah, that's
okay. That's not, yeah. So look, we just read in First Maccabees chapter 1 that 26 that our women will lose, their beauty will be changed. Right? That's yeah.
Somebody put China in the comments. Not Black China, but
Black
that old wrestler, that female wrestler.
Oh, China car.
Yeah, but no, that definitely is the beauty of our women being changed for sure.
That's beauty of our women being changed. Let me read that real quick.
Oh, you see that? Oh, Salakia. See, yeah. I told y'all. Yeah, didn't believe me, huh? Yeah, she's Iranian, man. That's Ishmael.
Okay, come on.
See that? That's Ishmael, yeah. But well, I mean,
we know we got a lot of Judites in Northern Kingdom. That's just as buff as this woman is.
Oh yeah, you got Northern Kingdom in that too.
I didn't seen it. I've seen it a few times, and it's very unattractive. You know, you don't want no. I'm not about to have. And a lot of brothers they like to go with they girls or with their friend girls to go exercise, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But then the problem is when we at the weights and we pumping on, it just don't look right, man. You know, sister need to be over there at least, doing a few jogs, getting that cardio on, keeping that feminine spirit too, though, man. You can't do that like this woman right here. You know, look at her arms, man. She thinks she bad too. So let me read that real quick, and then you can go to that pharmakia. All right, this is First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 26. So that the princes and elders mourned, the virgins and young men were made feeble, and the beauty of our women was changed. All right, man, because that's the oppression. The oppression will change the look of our people. The elders, our men, our women. It'll change based off the oppression, man. You know, because now instead of a feminine spirit, now you want to be tough just to survive this thing out, right?
Mhm.
But we need to trust the Most High. Keep your feminine spirit, and man, keep your masculine spirit. Trust the Most High, and He gonna get us out of this. All right. So go ahead.
Yeah, Khan. This is a definition, or really the etymology of pharmacy, Salakia. It says a medicine that rids the body of an excess of humors except blood, treatment with medicine, theory of treatment with medicine, right? Purgative, and then pharmakia, it's like a healing or harmful medicine, a healing or poisonous herb, a drug, poisonous potion, magic, right?
Magic,
Magic,
potion. That's
potion.
witchcraft. And I
Yeah,
like it where it says, go back up where it says healing and pain or something. Oh, hurtful.
hurtful.
Yeah, read that.
Yeah. Pharmakia, a healing or harmful medicine.
And let's use that because, you know, the pharmaceutical companies, they always want to offer you certain medicine to heal one part of your body while it's destroying the other, right? That's why in some of these commercials, they'll tell you, oh yeah, you can be healed from this, but these are the side effects. And the side effects is literally taking your sight away, messing up different things in your hormones, all this stuff. But yet, whatever you was sick on or hurting on, that is going to heal that, but destroy other things. So, I mean, that's pharmaceutical, man. Now, when Yahweh when he came on the scene, he was healing people and he was making them whole. There wasn't no other side effects after you healed him. After the man that was blind and Yahweh Shah healed the blind man. Hey, he was whole. He was made whole. He didn't have no other side effects after he healed his eyes. All right.
Yep.
So it's all witchcraft, man. Pharmakia. Yeah, you can read that over.
Yeah, I want to read this one too.
Yeah, go on. Come.
Khan, it says it's from Pharmacon, a drug, a poison, filter, charm, spell, enchantment.
Read that over. Come.
This is a drug, a poison, filter, charm, spell, enchantment. You know?
Right. And Babylon is full of witchcraft, man. Let me pull that out real quick. Right. Babylon is literally the place of which this is Satan's seat, man. Witchcraft is being performed on a high level every day. All right, this is Isaiah
Yeah.
chapter 47. Salaki. Isaiah 47, and we're going to read verse 9. But these two things shall come to you in a moment, in one day: the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon you in their perfection. Why? So he says, hey, judgment gonna come on Babylon the Great, right? In their perfection, in their height, like we see today, judgment gonna come on them because of what? He says, for the multitude of thy sorcery and for the great abundance of thy enchantments. Right. So the Most High, he's gonna judge America and the West for the high level of witchcraft that they have blanket over the whole entire earth, man. They perform massive witchcraft upon everybody's mind and upon everybody's bodies and everything else, and the Most High bringing extra judgment on that, man. So all praise to the Most High on that. All right, come on, you can go ahead.
All praises. You want to play the other video?
Yeah.
Or
If you got, the what video was that?
shoot, it was the Jake squatting.
Oh yeah, come on. Hey, we gotta see all that. That's another thing. When I was talking about the Hebrew culture versus the Greek culture, hey, our people wasn't walking around naked. You know what I'm saying? Our people was dressed and clothed in garments and our sisters as well, man. But you go into this Greek way, like for instance, in the gym, once you done exercising, you go into the locker room. There's a bunch of old, young, naked men walking around. Man, hey man, that stuff disgusting, man. Hey man, I go up in there, get all my clothes, and I get up out of there, man. You're not about to catch me walking around naked, man. All right, hey, there was this Jake. This dude, I damn near had to cover my damn eyes because this dude was this guy was literally standing. He tried to do because they got measuring. They got basically you can weight yourself in the locker room, and this dude he walk over there butt naked to weigh himself. I said, this guy, man. I said, man, you guys are fully Greeked out, man. This is what the Lord was talking about, man. We are living in the time of the Greeks, man. This is the Greek thought versus the Hebrew thought, man. All right. So these people, all that stuff is Greek. This is our forefathers. They have no locker room where they can walk around naked, man. That's clearly Roman and Greek.
Yeah.
God, you got to.
Yeah, man. Con. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the locker room. And and I'm not gonna lie too, man. Hey, even high school, man. High school, it's not, it's not gonna be as graphic.
Yeah.
All right, it's not gonna be, brothers walking around butt naked. Hey, you may have that though. You may have that, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, even in high school, hey, there's a saying. Well, I'm not sure if brothers, had this, or heard the saying when they were in high school, but when I was in high school, brothers used to say, hey, what goes down in the locker room stays in
the locker room. I know that.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Con.
That's
Yeah,
that's an old saying right there.
Okay, Con. Hey, it's just a whole bunch of folly in that damn locker room, man.
Yeah, it is.
A whole bunch of folly.
It's that. Yeah, Salaki. It's that athlete spirit, man. That athlete spirit. That's where it started at. Because brothers that was from different football teams, different football teams and basketball teams. They'll go on to the locker room and start doing kind of fiddling with each other and playing. That's how it started. And, then your coach kind of hits you in your butt and hey brother, and that brotherhood spirit come in, and then you move from high school and get transferred from high school to college, and now you in the fraternity. Now you just it's all a process to get our people to do wickedness, man. As the time of the Greeks.
Oh yeah.
All right. So high school was just preparation for fraternities and all this other stuff.
Yep.
All right, so we can move on from. Oh no, it was one more. Yeah. Oh yeah, pull that out, and then we can move on.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, a nigga with a fat ass make me itch really, really bad. I'm itching right now. I'm scratching the shit out my leg. God damn, it feel like a mosquito done bit me. Damn, ain't even no bump. Look at you. I don't understand this shit no more, man. We used to be cool, bro. Like, we really used to. Now niggas got fat asses. This boy ass so fat, I'm uncomfortable. And the whole team in there, look, he ready to get him a fat ass. Look, he ready. Ah, 2 niggas. Three niggas. They ready to get their BBL on. Fuck. Hope y'all been doing y'all squats. I hope y'all been doing. You gotta do your squats. All my fellas, just make sure y'all.
Yeah, that's bad.
All right, that's just it, man. That's madness, man. All right, but hey, that's what it is. This is what we dealing with, man. Our brothers, because you got brothers that's fit, and look masculine, but they super effeminate, man. So this is what we dealing with, brothers and sisters. We dealing with the time of the Maccabees is back, man. The reload, the Maccabees reload, revisit. This is what we looking at. All right, so let's kind of speed it up. We on 11 or 10. Let's go down to 41. 41. 'Cause I want to deal with the doctrine of discovery, man. Come on. All right.
I'm sorry, Salaki.
Yeah. brother.
I was looking up a preset. Hold on.
Nah, God. That's badness, though, man. That's badness, man.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
That all what?
That all should be one people.
Mm-hmm.
Con. And everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
And that's exactly what we see in today, man. And so we're going to touch on how Christianity has gathered all the people, as the brother brought out in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5, how they're going to gather all the people, right? Give me that doctrine of discovery that I send you up, because we're going to break that down real quick. Because as now, Antiochus, his religion was Hellenist, and it was the Greek way, just custarded into Greek, culture on a religious level. This is where you get the Hellenist Jews in the New Testament. See, it's kind of funny how people trying to always go straight to the New Testament and neglect Maccabees, when the Bible in the New Testament, Paul and others talked about the Hellenist Jews. There's nowhere in the Old Testament you can find Hellenist Jews at. You got to go to the Maccabees. They wasn't Hellenized up until the time of the Grecians, right? So that wouldn't make sense. So the Bible the New Testament is pulling out scriptures in the Apocrypha that you got to touch on, man. You have to touch on some of these things that's Paul is. Hey, Paul pulled out from the Apocrypha. Right, let me pull one out real quick. But you can whatever you're trying to pull out, you can pull it out real quick. I'm trying to find this.
Yeah, this doctrine of discovery. So.
Oh, okay, Con. Say something real quick, God.
Yeah, Con. But nevertheless, man. Yeah, that's what it is, man. It's about assimilation. It's about Esau putting his nasty spirit upon not only the nations, but most important, but namely our nation, putting that nasty spirit upon us. And we see our people going hard for Esau's laws and customs. You read about that in 2 Maccabees chapter 3, chapters 3, chapters 4, right? Chapters all the way up into 6, and you read about the wicked Jason, who ordered the certain things to be built, like the place to exercise. He had as it says in Second Maccabees, the 4th chapter, commanded the people to wear a hat and to participate in certain rituals and games and stuff like that, like the Olympics. They do rituals at the Olympics.
Yeah, the Olympics, that came from the Greeks too.
Yeah, that came from the Greeks. The fire of Olympus, the fire of Zeus, the fire of Olympus. So, all this stuff, it has its origins in Greek, Greek customs, Greek philosophy, Greek way of life. And He even tell you when you're studying U.S. history that uh, essentially the so-called founding fathers like Thomas Jefferson and George Washington and all those other devils, right? That they had it literally says they were very interested and they looked up to the classical Greek age. They looked up to Alexander and
Right.
and Hellenistic period and the Roman period. So they patterned their government after what? After their forefathers, man.
Con.
That's literally even in the history books they'll tell you that they purposely did that. It wasn't just like, you know what, all right, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do that, and it was just a coincidence that it linked up with the ancient Greek and Roman way of thinking and philosophy and
Con.
doctrine. You know,
Con.
uh,
Salaki. And
yeah, you go.
that's a mighty point because they like you said, they built they whole foundation based upon their forefathers, like we are today. We are building upon what our forefathers have written, and we're following those that specific way. So likewise, Esau, like the George Washingtons and these cats, they follow their forefathers and
Yeah.
established a system based upon what their forefathers already established. And so this is why during the 1400s they called it Renaissance, because Renaissance means to rebirth. Well, you don't need a rebirth if he's already in power. So obviously you must have failed at one point, and now you want to come back into that power seat to be
Hmm.
rebirthed. All right, so yeah. So we're gonna touch on the discovery real quick. Because we just read in the Maccabees 141 says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, right? And said, and everyone shall leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king, right? So we're gonna show quick the Akim, he's gonna read the doctrine. What is the doctrine of the discovery? Because this is the origins of modern Christianity and everything they fought dearly for to get this land, which our forefathers and our ancestors was here already, right? You had the Gadites here already. You had Issachar here already. Zebulon out here already, right? You had all our people already dwelling in these lands. So when the doctrine of discovery came, they came with some new wine, and this wine wasn't good wine. All right, so go ahead and read that. It was a specific one I wanted, but read
Yes,
that
right
first.
here.
Okay, come. So you go ahead and read the headlines.
Con. Yeah, so this is from Gilder Gild Gilder Letterman, right? .com. It's like it.org. History resources, the Doctrine of Discovery, 1493, a spotlight on a primary source by Pope Alexander VI of Rome, right? Is that Slovakia of Rome or is it of Spain? Slovakia. But
Yeah, yeah, it's wrong.
Khan's Rome. Okay,
Yeah.
Khan. But yeah, so it says Slovakia, let me
And Salaki, Pope Alexandria, that's I think that's Caesar Bo father.
yeah, if that's the same one, Khan.
Yeah, Pope Alexander's kid, because it was the 1490. It was, you said 1493. Yep. So Caesar Bo, this is Caesar Bo's father right here that brought this.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. So this Caesar Bo's father. This is who the modern Jesus Christ of today. We're gonna show how most of our people, especially Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom, both have indoctrinated or adopted that image of Jesus Christ. This is his father. This is Caesar Borgia. Pull out Caesar Borgia real quick.
Oh yeah, right. It's right here. Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta plug my phone in because it's locked.
Uh, that's
Hey, Salaki, I gotta get this plug.
Yeah, you good. Yeah, Khan. So that would be his son right there.
Oh,
Right? If I'm not
Salakia.
mistaken.
Salakia. If I can we go back to that that last video, brothers show? I'm gonna bring out a preset.
Yeah, of the Jake.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
well, yeah, let me I'm gonna just bring this out because this is another translation. In which they kind of expound just a little bit more on what we're what we're seeing going on today in these times, right? So this is actually from the MSG, I believe, the MSG Bible, and it says this is Romans chapter 1 and verse 26. It says, "Worse followed, refusing to know God. They soon didn't know how to be human either. Women didn't know how to be women. Men didn't know how to be men." Right? And then the very next verse, Salakia, it says, it says sexually, verse 27, sexually confused. They abused and defiled one another, women with women, men with men, all lust, no love. And then they paid for it. Oh, how they paid for it. Emptied of God and love, godless and loveless wretches. So it said in another translation that men didn't know how to be men, nor did women know how to be women. And that's what we're seeing in this American society as well. So you got it, Kingdom.
God. Yeah, men know how to be men, and women didn't know how to be women. That basically, there's nobody to teach them how to be men or women. They just going with whatever. There you go. Teach you what he said.
Wayman.
Man won't know how to be man,
Mhm.
and women will not know how to be women. And who
Yep.
knows? The brother probably into bestiality, man. We don't know. You know, brother had stayed with his dog, and his dog was on some. Look at this guy, man. This
Yeah,
is this is the Greeks, man.
yeah.
So when Yahushua told our people about the gospel, you know what I'm saying, and he told Paul to go to the Gentiles. These are the people he went to. People like this, man. He went to preach the God. Paul went to preach the gospel to the Greeks of our people, man. That got indoctrinated and totally covered in Greek way and Greek customs, man. This is him, right? This is why Paul in Romans chapter 1 start talking about homosexuality. He was talking about our people, man, in Rome, dealing with homosexuality and all over wherever they was at.
Yeah.
Right?
God, Salakia. And remember how these two dudes said they deal with men and women.
Men
Yep.
and women. That's Greek thought right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because the women is for producing. That's why he said, "Oh yeah, I got 2 sons and they in college. I need women so I can have kids." But for what was that? What was the Greek thought on homosexuality? To elevate, to be more elevated, you gotta get into homosexuality, man.
Yeah. Get with men.
Get with men.
Yeah. Gotta
And they probably both of them probably going at it. I believe because when the brother was talking to Dwayne, he got triggered. So they must have some soul tie where they was had a relationship with, because the moment he said, the moment the Akim said something about homosexual activity, that guy got triggered as though they in some type of relationship, man. So it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Mr. $40 right here.
$40, man.
Yeah.
$40. Yeah, cuz. So yeah, we could go back to that Doctrine of Discovery, but just showing how you were showing that was this was actually Caesar Bow's father, Alexander the Sixth, who we talk about. And so that's mighty. I didn't know that. So yeah, you can go ahead and read it now.
Yeah. So this is the excerpt that the brother wanted to read. So it says, the bull stated that any land not inhabited by Christians was
who?
available to not inhabited by Christians,
All right.
right? You gotta kind of put the quotations on there, right?
Yeah, Christian.
Christians.
Quotation marks. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, and like I said, we're going to look at the same thing Antiochus did. This is what the doctrine of discovery is when it came to the Americas and literally all over the earth. They had a mindset. Okay, we're going to transform this earth into our culture, our way, and our mind. But we're gonna use a Christian shield. So we as the scripture says in the book of Psalms 50:55, they talk peacefully, but war is in their heart. So that peacefully words, that's the shield of Christianity, and behind that shield was a man of war ready to take you out. So go ahead and read that out.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It says Christians was available to be discovered, right?
Yep.
Claimed and exploited by Christian rulers and declared that the Catholic faith, right, or the Catholic faith, Slovakia,
Catholic meaning universal. Go ahead.
and Christian religion be exalted and be everywhere, increased and spread, that the health of souls be cared for, and that barbarous nations be overthrown and brought to the faith itself.
Right. All right.
Yep.
So this is everybody leaving their culture, leaving their way, and joining themselves unto Esau, Edom, the heathen. All right. From that time, in the time of Maccabees, to now with the doctrine of discovery, we see the exact same thing. I'm about to read that again. This is First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 42. And every one shall leave his laws, and so all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Right. So we're gonna move further. Pull out that the statue, the Caesar Bow statue, real quick. Right.
Oh, yeah, you
Yeah,
talking about that? Yeah, Con.
yeah, Caesar Bowl statue because you got one in Brazil, you got the other ones. I think it's three of them. I'll send you
Oh, yeah.
because a lot of our Northern Kingdom people, brothers and sisters, that's not in the truth we talking to. Hey man, y'all indoctrinated, man. Y'all are fully indoctrinated with the witchcraft of Caesar Bow, man. I was seeing one of the brothers from WFI that got arrested, and the lady that was yelling at him before they got arrested, she was saying, "You guys are devils. You got Jesus on the ground, and you're standing up." I said, "Boy," and I'm like, "Jesus on the ground," and I'm thinking, "Oh, Caesar Bow on the ground, and they standing up."
Yeah.
Madness, man. So this is this. Hey, man, a lot of our Northern Kingdom brothers and our Southern Kingdom brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Our Southern Kingdom brothers are fully indoctrinated into Caesar Bow's lifestyle, man. This is they love Caesar Bow, Passion of Christ, all these different movies. Hollywood gave it a face. Church gave it a lie to push that face. And then school just indoctrinated to believe that as well. So, hey man, we've been fully indoctrinated into this, believing that the so-called white man is God or the son of God. That's another thing. He's not
Uh,
the Yahweh Shai is not God, man. That's another Christian push. All right, so go ahead.
Yeah. And that's another reason why they want to push the Trinity so much, because when they were telling our people to submit onto this image, right? Onto this
Uh,
Edomitic image, right? Which is really, image of Satan right there, right? Caesar Borgia, being portrayed throughout the four corners of the earth. They also brought along what? The Trinity, because in the doctrine of the Trinity, it states that this Yahushua, or Jesus Christ, is God. So by
Right.
them making you believe that that Jesus is God,
Right.
now you're looking at him, and now you're looking at the so-called white man subconsciously that he is God.
Subconsciously, and that's that Zeus. That's that Zeus belief right there.
Yeah.
You know, that's that Zeus belief. Somebody give me a second Maccabees chapter 6, 1 to 2, real quick. Because hey, like the Akim was saying, man, that's that Zeus spirit, man. That Zeus, because Zeus had three brothers, or I think two brothers. One was Haiti. That's where they get hail from. And then you also had the I don't know I don't know if it's Hermes. No, Hermes is the Egyptian god. But ultimately, all these gods, these Zeus gods, uh, they basically transformed Yahweh into their Greek gods and their Roman gods, right? When you go into these cathedrals or these big churches, when you go into these museums, like over here in LA, they got the Getty Museum, and I've been in there before, and they got man, boy, hey, that stuff is. I mean, everybody naked. The statues is naked. Every statue naked, and they got Caesar Borgia in there. You know, and he looking like Zeus, man. He looked just like Zeus.
Mm-hmm.
And then Michelangelo, Da Vinci, Leonardo da Vinci, he was one of them that actually painted majority of these pictures. You know, and that was damn Caesar Borgia's lover, man. Look at that. This is your God. This is who you believe in, Northern and Southern Kingdom. You don't believe in Christ, whose name is Yahweh Shai. You believe in Zeus, man. So go ahead and bring that out and leave that picture there while we read it, because they need to see their God.
God.
Second Maccabees 6, 1 on down, 1 and 2. Oh, I can read it if I can.
I got it then.
I got it. I got it. Second Maccabees chapter 6, verse 1 and 2. Not long after this, the king sent an old man of Athens. That's another thing. You start talking about Athens. This is in Apocrypha, man. All right, people don't know what Athens is. You know, in the New Testament, you start talking about Athens, but you don't know where it's at in the Old. It says, long after this, it says, Salaki, not long after this, the king sent an old man of Athens to compel the Jews to depart from the laws of their fathers and not to live after the laws of God, and to pollute also the temple in Jerusalem, and to call it the temple of Jupiter, Olympius, and that in Jupiter, of Jupiter, the defender of strangers. That's that Christianity, God so loved the world, everybody come together type of spirit right there. The defender of strangers. We all one. We all believe in Christ. We're all one. As they did desire that dwell in the place. So they changed the God, our power, Yahweh, into Zeus, into Olympius, into Jupiter, man. The three gods, the Trinity, the triune gods.
3 heads.
The 3 heads. And it literally, look, that's literally 3 people too. You know what I'm saying? That's literally 3 demigods, so-called. All right, so this is what we're dealing with, man. So you can pull that video out unless you have anything else that I missed.
Yeah, well, hey. Yeah, nah, that's it on that actually. It's all good. We don't have to get it. But I'm gonna bring that out, the video.
Yeah, bring that out.
Olho pra trás, só consigo sentir pela força que não me deixou desistir, por ter sido escolhido para essa missão.
All right, so this dealing with Northern Kingdom. First Maccabees 1:43, real quick, because now our people got persuaded in dealing with this dude. There's another one I'll send you though, with all they show all the different nations that got that one. If you can't blow, can you blow that up or not? You can't blow that up, huh?
Oh,
I just want to show how many different nations, or you can probably read them out if you. Come, yeah, that's good. And kind of read them out. Start it over.
let me turn out this gay music.
Yeah, gay music. That's Caesar Bowl gay music. So these are all these. See, just like in the scriptures in the Maccabees, they set up altars in the cities of Jerusalem and different altars to sacrifice to swine flesh, so they could take the power of the Israelites away, man, to make their souls abominable. This is it, man. This is exactly what we see today. They put up certain statues all over the earth to represent the power of the God of the Edomites, man. All right. Shalimar, can you read that 143? Look at that. Look at this man.
Throwing up the gang signs.
Throwing up the gang signs, man. You know, that's a Freemasonic sign too. That's right.
This is First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 43. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and to the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land.
Yeah. No. So and basically they say, man, leave the Sabbath alone, leave the feast days alone, and join us, right? That's that grace and no law, right? This what today, that was back then. It says leave your culture, leave this, leave the Sabbath alone, leave the feast days alone. Hey, what we see today in Christianity, hey, it's only grace, man. Grace on steroids. Look at this, man. It's grace. We don't need no laws no more. Look at that. Look at this dude, man. And you know, there's always another white man that he evolves, right? So that's that grace. That's that, you know, grace on steroids, man. No laws, no feast days, no Sabbath days, right? This is what we're dealing with today, man. Let me read that again, because that's a mighty scripture. Verse 143, yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. Verse 45, and forbid burnt offerings. So they say, hey, man, we don't need to go to the feast days no more, man. It's grace, Jesus Christ and grace. Forbid burnt offerings and sacrifices and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbath and festival days. Look at that. So, you know, they don't need to keep nothing no more, and now we under grace, right? Give me a Jeremiah 2:28, right? They got churches on every corner now with this philosophy. Grace only, no law, you know, and the triune God. All Greeks, Greek thought. Hey, most of these pastors are in these sororities too, man. Don't get it twisted. Hey, there was a pastor before I came into the truth. I see this dude, he over there trying to sing, trying to find himself singing, and he showed he had a ring on his finger, and man, it was a Masonic ring, man. I said, look at this dude, man. He seen me look at him, and he trying to hide it and still like, I mean, you was the devil, man. So a lot of these cats is up under these Greek orders and these Greek thoughts, which it ain't really nothing. You know what I'm saying? These dudes just witches, just warlocks. That's all it is, man. You know, all this other stuff that people be talking about really ain't it. It's just a little Greek. You know, these damn dudes just want to join a fraternity and do some gay stuff to get benefits. That's it. That's all it is, man.
Hey, I got a video to show too, like right after this precept. It's just like a 2-minute video though.
God.
You know, God. I'll bring out this precept. Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 28. But where are thy gods that thou hast made? Slakia, that thou hast made thee. Let them arise if they can save thee in the time of thy trouble. For according to the number of thy cities are thy gods, O Judah.
According to the numbers of now, you talking about the southern kingdom. According to the numbers of the city are your gods. That's why there's churches on every corner that we see today, man. Same thing. All right. Represents your God, not the God of the Bible. So let them save you. All right, go ahead. You can bring that up.
Yep.
Yashara, did you want me to send it to you, or should I share my screen?
It's up to you. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you. It's whichever's fine. Whichever's easier.
Okay, since I already got it up, yeah, I could share it. So
and then the next, so like before you start the next one, before we get to the elect, because we got about 4 more scriptures. The next one will be the Kanye West and the Kyrie Irving videos. Yashwala.
All right, go.
I'll pull that out. Pull that out.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you can just share your screen out, and then
Okay. All right. Can brothers see and hear it?
Yeah, I can see it.
I see it.
Okay. So now this is really an old clip of me debating this perverted Christian pastor, right? So his argument was that the Bible never says that, male on male contact is not okay. He says it was referring to a man lying with another with a male child, right? So you're gonna hear it though. Watch this.
Everybody can be a fornicator. Well, that's sex outside of marriage.
Not necessarily. Fornicator is somebody that does a sexual act that is not lawful. For instance, homosexuality. Right. Yeah, that's actually fornication. And also bestiality. That's fornication. A woman having sex with somebody that's not her husband, that's adultery and fornication. That's an unlawful sexual act. And then also a man having sex with another, I said man.
Now, now you're adding to the word.
No, absolutely not. I'm gonna show you. Okay. Romans chapter 1. You know about Romans 1?
I know about them all.
Okay. Let's get Romans 1.
That's why I'm in a debate with my friend about it.
Okay.
Like you can go back to Leviticus.
Yeah.
When it says man should not lay with a man, it doesn't say that. A man should not lay with a male. What's the difference? One is a contributor of society, a grown man. Another is a gender, because it's boys. It doesn't say a man shouldn't lay with a man. A man shall not lay with a male.
Okay.
It's about child abusing. So Romans, you're going to do the same thing with child prostitutes.
All right, let me get it. This is Romans chapter 1 and verse 28, or verse 26. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. So what is against nature that a woman does? What can a woman do that is against nature?
It could be giving herself up to another man who's not her husband. That's against cultural nature at the time, right?
Well, you said you know it, right?
I do.
Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. Watch this. I'll read it one more time. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature, and likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, and burn in their lust one towards another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves the recompense of the error which was meet.
What translation is that?
And this is the KJV. Yes, it is. This KJV. I'm reading the 1611. Okay. Yeah. So it says also the men.
So I mean, you see right there, he's trying to justify any way he can. 2 men lying together, and and that's just Esau's nature right there.
That's bad, man.
Yeah, that's off as hell, man. But that's that's Esau. He's told me that he was a pastor. You know what I'm saying? So that's a doctrine that he tends to spread. So you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's lucky y'all got it.
Yeah, and I mean, That's what I'm saying. All that is Greek. That's all Greek thought and Greek culture, man. That even the heathens don't even realize where it came from. They just going with the flow. So definitely, yeah, you can play that real quick, and then we're gonna wind down.
Yeah.
Spirit. I know you got to do something.
Kanye West. Oh yeah, Irvin. I mean,
What do Shalimar, you can get that was it second Maccabees 6:6 real quick, because we're gonna use some similarities of our people back then when they was forced not to call themselves Jews by the Greeks. The Greeks forced them and said, "Look, man, you better not say you're a Jew." Right? It was literally illegal to be called a Jew in that time, man. Right? You be persecuted, and that was the same stuff we see back then. We see today with some of these celebrities, man. All right, so when you deal with now, what did Kyrie Irving do? All he did was put a link of a specific. Look at, he got his head down. Put a link of a specific documentary from a brother named Ron Dalton. All right, and the whole documentary is about how blacks are Jews. That's it. So they want him to renounce that specific documentary and the fact that he's calling himself a Jew. They wanted him to renounce it. And one of Esau's weapons is the media, man. All right, is the media. So you go ahead and play that.
Yeah.
I don't know how the label becomes justified because you guys ask me the same questions over and over again. But this is not going to turn into a spin around cycle, questions upon questions. I told you guys how I felt. I respect all walks of life and embrace all walks of life. That's where I sit.
I think what people want to hear though is yes or no on that question. Yes or no.
I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from. I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from.
So as soon as we
That's it. I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from. So the subject matter is, who is the true Jew, man? And this is what they fight against. Go ahead and read that out.
God, this is 2 Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
Or to what?
Or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
There you go, right there, man. Call law by serious. So we are literally seeing the parallels of back then to now, man. All right. So we're gonna wind it down. I'm gonna give about 2 scriptures and that's it. But I'll pray through the spirit because I know Akim got stuff to do. And let's go to yeah.
Just a quick point. That's just like how remember Shalimar last kid was bringing out to the brother. He was saying you can call yourself any other name, Egyptian, Afro-American, African-American, Black, foundation. What was it? Foundational
Foundation Black Americans.
Black American.
Yeah.
FBA, Was it? I thought it was the other one too, like a newer one. Talks about like the descendants of the slave trade or something like that. I don't know, like descendants of
descendants, yeah, slave descendants.
ADOS, American descendants of slavery.
Yeah, exactly. Con that one. Yep. So you can call yourself any other name, but once you start calling yourself a Jew, Israelite, you're from Israel. Now it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, con. So, but con. Yep.
And it's a problem. It is a problem. Every time our people, especially in these high places, because they know they're very influential, so they don't want to use their influence to wake up our people. You know what I'm saying? So they use that. You can put that Kanye West out real quick too.
Kyle, let me get this precept too right fast. It says Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 15. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. For the Lord God shall slay thee and call his servants by another name. And this is why also, not to mention that we're not being called Israel or Yasharala no more. We are being called, blacks, Latinos. You know what I'm saying? We're being called, we're taking on, some of us got Greek names. some niggas got Christopher. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas got Lorenzo out here.
Right.
Some niggas got Demetrius.
and that's a mighty point you making, because now when we go back to the New Testament, when you're dealing with Timothy, Timothy was an Israelite who had a Greek name.
Yeah.
Barnabas, all these men that had Greek names, they were Israelites, man. They was just under Greek customs. And this is who Paul came to preach to. I did want to get those idols, but forget it. We can did you read that out with those statues?
He said,
no, we didn't get to that. I forgot.
Yeah.
Actually is considered to be anti-Semitic. Right. So I didn't realize that it was anti-Semitic to say, hey, I have a Jewish attorney, I have a Jewish record label, I have a Jewish contractor, I have a... Do you regret your statements? Or statements you think you should be walking back? Are we considering... What do you mean walking back? Well, backing up off of them. I mean, the thing is, you've lost a lot of endorsements. People are dropping you, getting, vilified. I mean, you might think you're right, but I think, there's a whole world out there that's condemning you for what you said. Okay, so this right here is a chart of Universal Studios, 20th Century Fox, ABC News, CBS News, Columbia Pictures, Warner Brothers, ESPN Sports, Fox News, Washington Post, Metro Goldwyn Mayer, MTV Music Television, Nickelodeon, USA Today, Wall Street Journal, Comedy Central, NBC Entertainment, Google, what else do we have? Disney, ABC Kids and Family, YouTube, Los Angeles Times, Discovery Network, Paramount Pictures, Facebook, Huffington Post, Yahoo, Marvel, Hulu, Cosmopolitan, Time, Touchstone, Associated Press, Pixar, Miramax, HBO, New York Post, LucasArts, MSNBC, DreamWorks Animation. Now, the thing is, I skipped over maybe about 5 of them because it was just unclear on this list.
Oh, damn, man. Yeah, God, I think that's it on that.
Yeah, that's it on that. But you get the point. They literally just assassinated the brother in front of everybody and took all. How if you're a rich man and you got all this money, how can one word that a buzzword that you can say, you can lose everything that you had, that you earned for, that you worked for? See, that shows you that this economy and the way this thing is structured, nobody owns nothing, man. There's nothing you own. You can reach for success and do all that, but at the end of the day, they can take that at the drop of a dime if you say something they don't like.
Yeah.
Greek power. That's Greek power. So let's wind down and go straight to some little points on the elect, and we done with that. But all praise to the Most High for the Spirit. All right. Hey, we just showing the parallels, man. We are in these times, man. So this is why we ought to fight like the Maccabees, since we are in the times of the Maccabees, man. All right, so let's get First Maccabees 2:14. You put that on the screen.
I got you.
Yeah, we're just gonna do 2 scriptures. Just get to the points. Hey, this is the attitude of the elect in the last days. So the same attitude that our righteous forefathers had in the time of Maccabees, where they were so zealous, they went to war with the Greeks and they ended up defeating them, right? They had manliness, they had a masculinity spirit on them, right? In those last days, they was going to war with their own people a little civil war with our people who got the Greek customs, right? Who followed after the heathens. All right. So this is the attitude of the elect in the last days, man. All right.
First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 14. Then Mattathias and his sons rent their clothes and put on sackcloth and mourned very sore. In the meanwhile, the king's officers, such as compelled the people to revolt, came into the city of Modin to make them sacrifice. And when many of Israel came unto them, Mattathias also and his sons came together. Then answered the king's officers and said to Mattathias on this wise, Thou art a ruler and an honorable and great man in the city, and strengthened with sons and brethren. Now
Hey, stop right there. See, and that's mighty because these men in these Greek men in authority, they know if I can get one of their leaders, I can influence all of them. Right. So they raise them up, they get them in they high places, they get them these different benefits so they can eventually be corrupted while they're serving their own people. And they're gonna serve them the corruption that was passed by the people that brought them in. All right. So you can stop right there because the main point I want to touch on was they ripped their clothes and they put on sackcloth. Right. Give me Revelations chapter 11, verse 3. Right. Because this is what we're doing today. All righteous forefathers, they ripped their clothes after seeing all the abominations in Jerusalem. They took off all of their clothes and put on sackcloth, put dirt all over their faces. Why? Because there was in grief and there was mourning about the abomination, desolation of our people and our government, man. Right?
Revelation 11:3. Okay.
Yeah.
Revelation chapter 11 and verse 3. And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth.
Come on. That's us. That's the northern and the southern kingdom in these last days. Spiritual sackcloths on, mourning, grieving, but at the same time shaking the hand and bringing this nation down like the Most High said we were going to do. That's the spirit of the Maccabees, man. That is the spirit of the Maccabees right there. Yeah, we can finish with First Maccabees 2:27.
God, it's the book of First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 27. And Mattathias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, Whosoever is zealous of the law and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me.
Let him what?
Let him follow me.
Hey, man, like Yahweh said, man, follow me. This we supposed to follow. We following the Lord, man. Hey, through the Spirit, man, the Lord is Matthias. Or is it Matthias?
Mattathias, yeah.
Mattathias. The Lord, that's the Lord in the Spirit. He's Mattathias, man. He's kicking it off, and we right behind him.
That's right.
Right? Ready to go to war at all times. And we going to war right now on the philosophy level, breaking, give me Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 10. Breaking all these wicked philosophies and all these doctrines that this devil has planted in the earth. As the parable Yahweh said, that the enemy came at night while we were asleep and planted this. The enemy has done this.
That's right.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1 and verse 10. See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down and to build and to plant.
Come on, right there, man. This is what we here for as the spirit of Maccabees in the Feast of Dedications. We are here. The attitude of the elect in the last days will think as the Maccabees thought. These were men of war, right? They were zealous for the laws of God. All right. The manliness of Judah, as we read earlier, man. So with that, we're gonna cut it. But all praise to the Most High. If anybody got any precepts, you can put out there. But hey, man, all praises for this mighty feast day. Hey, this is the parallel of the time of the Maccabees versus now, man. And we see the parallels today. Gone.
God. Hey, all praises, all praises. Yeah, I can close it out through the spirit.
I got one precept.
Yeah, the close precept. Kind of had one closing precept. You got
This
it.
is Romans chapter 12 and verse 8. Salakia, verse 9. Let love be without dissimulation. Right? So you always want to have, and you know, you look at Mattathias, Judas Maccabees, his sons, you know, they had love for the nation. You know what I'm saying? They had love for their people. You know, they were grieved to see our people distressed, going through persecution, going through hell. They was, you know, grieved seeing the Holy Land being overcome by the worst of the wicked. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot allow love to be without dissimulation amongst our people, right? So then it says, abhor that which is evil. So you've seen the spirit upon them, man, as far as how much they hated the evil things that they seen taking place in the Holy Land. They hated the evil that they seen their people doing. They obviously hated the evil of, you know, the heathen. You know what I'm saying? And all of their ways. You know what I'm saying? They weren't embracing the Greek culture. They weren't, you know, they stood firm on the laws and their own culture, their heritage. You know what I'm saying? And what the Most High commanded us to do. They stood firm on that and didn't fold. You know what I'm saying? So likewise, how the elect, like the brother was going into, the elect have to be like this in the last days. You know what I'm saying? They have to abhor evil. You got to abhor it. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you know, kind of be friends with it. You know, see what evil is doing. You know what I'm saying? Occasionally, you know what I'm saying? You have to abhor the evil, right? And then it says, cleave to that which is good. And we know, according to Romans chapter 7 and verse 14, if not verse 12, it says that the law is good, holy, and just. You know what I'm saying? So we have to cleave to the laws in these last days.
Khan, that's right. That's right. I got a precept on that. Closing precept. This is First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 50. It says, now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time. So shall you receive great honor and an everlasting name. So that's what we're doing right now, man. We're calling to remembrance the things that our forefathers did in time past by reading these different accounts, by reading which was written before time, that was written for our learning. Even the Acts of the Apostles, you know, that the Acts of the Apostles, we're remembering what our people did during the time of distress and how the Lord delivered them out of all their distresses, man, and out of all of their afflictions, right? Being zealous for the law. So yeah, come with that. All praise to Yahweh
Salakia. And it's 7 candlesticks.
Right.
7 candlesticks.
Not
you know it's not 9, man. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no way around that, man. We go to the Torah and prove it. You know what I'm saying? We know a lot of y'all don't you know, listen to or adhere to the New Testament, you know, but we can go there and prove it to you, man. All you Jews for Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Israelites that are into the messianic faith and belief, you know what I'm saying? Hey, do you adhere to the 7 candlesticks? You know what I'm saying? So, or do you adhere to the Talmud? Which one is it? You know what I'm saying? Right. So 7, man. You got it, King.
Khan,
that's right. So Khan, with that, all praise to Yahweh Shema Mashak Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this video was good and edifying unto you. Through the spirit, this is Brother Yasha Allah.
Ariyah.
Shalom.
Come back, y'all, yet another video through the spirit by Yahweh Shai. Hey, the water for all that's been tuning in through the spirit. Kwam Yasha Allah. A happy feast of dedication. Hey, Shalom. Kwam Yasha Allah.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwam Yasha Allah.